Breakfast is served, sir.
Coming now.
What time do you call this, Master Wayne?
Seriously, Alf, I'm not in the mood, sorry.
Night on the sauce, was it, sir?
Couldn't be further from the truth.
Oh, you haven't been fighting crime again, have you, sir?
Yeah. I had to signal intent to Crane and his gang that I was back.
Well, your breakfast is in here, sir. Come on. Tough guys, were they?
Huh?
The guys, were they tough? Do you sound like you're in pain?
Not really. It just caught me off guard, that's all. I've put it down to the time I spent away.
Well, you can think yourself lucky you didn't get involved with the real tough guys, can't you?
True. Could have been worse.
Any plans for today then, sir?
This time I return to the scene of the event. I just feel like I have to.
You sure you're up for this, sir? I mean, you've had a real rough time recently, haven't you? You know, what with the death of your wife and your injuries, not to mention the financial troubles at Wayne Enterprises.
I have to go and pay my respects, Alfred. Emotionally, I have to. It's the least I can do.
Well, I respect you for saying that, Bruce, I really do. And I promise your parents I'll look after you, and I will.
Thanks, Alf. Do it all, didn't you, Alf?
It's what you pay me for, sir? All in the day's work, yes?
Something like that, right?
How are you, sir? Did you bring it all back?
Surreal, strange and odd. Like I'd have been away really, sort of like it was yesterday.
Well, at least you bit the bullet, sir, and did it. Got it off your mind. Am I right?
In a way, yeah.
You sure you're okay, Master Bruce? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Yeah.
Yes, as in, yes, I'm okay, or yes, as in, I've seen a ghost.
Both.
You've seen a ghost.
Not exactly.
Tell me what you mean, sir.
Susanna Edwards?
No, you lost me.
Susanna Edwards. Do you remember Amy talking about her from her school days?
Not that I recall, sir. I remember her talking about Sally and Barry. She talked rather fondly about them. But I don't remember her saying anything about a Susanna.
Same here.
Well, why, sir?
Because I bumped into her at the Anton building. She was hanging around like a sort of bad smell.
Are you sure the bad smell wasn't the drains behind the building, sir?
It's a figure of speech, and I'm being serious, Alf.
Sorry.
She was saying that she grew apart from Amy after their school years, but they started talking on the internet again a couple of months ago before she died.
Are you saying that she had something to do with Amy's death?
I'm not suggesting that at all. But I am suggesting that she's taken me for a fool, that she's a fraud trying to play with my mind.
What, a friend of Amy? She wouldn't mix with the wrong crowd. Whatever gave you that idea, Master Bruce?
Because I'm certain I've seen her before, when her name isn't Susanna.
I shouldn't really be saying this, sir, but that could have affected you in some way. You know, you're talking riddles.
Ivy!
Sorry?
Poison Ivy! I knew it wasn't Susanna. She looked too much like Poison Ivy.
No, don't rush to conclusions, sir. I know you want these villains to pay the price for her death, but this could all be in your head, you see. So what happened then? Was that the end of the conversation and you just went your own ways?
No.
Well, what happened then?
I'm taking her out for coffee later in the week.
Oh. What? You must be joking, Bruce.
Alf!
Yes, Master Bruce.
I want you on your best behaviour tonight.
Well, as always, sir. As always. What makes you say that then, sir?
She's coming over.
Who?
Ivy.
You mean Susanna?
Yeah, correct.
Cheers. Good grief, Master Bruce, you made me jump.
Sorry, Alfred, but it's a beautiful morning. I just feel I have to live my life to the full nowadays.
Yeah, well, so well and good, sir, but wasn't fighting crime at all hours of the day not living the life to the full?
It was. That's why I've got to get back to it. Gotham needs its hero.
Yeah, I know people say us old ones shouldn't interfere, sir, but come on now. You only woke from a coma 1 week ago after 2 months. Surely you can give up fighting crime for a little while. You are still grieving.
Maybe I am still grieving. But Gotham's been so good to our family in the past. Don't I have a right to serve it?
Yes, you have every right, but I just think it's too early, in all honesty, sir.
And that's why you're the butler, Alf. You're damn good at that. But crime fighting recommendations? Leave that to me, please.
If you insist, sir. But my number one priority is your health. When your parents died, I took you under my wing and you became a son to me. You know, I've watched you rise and rise into, well, a fine young man. I know we've had our ups and downs, but your well-being is all I'm interested in.
And I totally respect that. But the whole Batman thing's my invention. Nobody else's.
And what about your father's invention, Master Bruce?
And what was that?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. The Wayne Enterprise business, run by your family for many years. Business has never been so bad.
I'm well aware of that. The figures are down, but so are everybody's. We're in a recession, an economic crisis. It affects everyone, even the best of us.
Well, just make sure you respect the family name, Master Bruce. I'll get that then. I'll get you your breakfast. Although I wonder why I bother sometimes. Hello? Yeah, who's calling, please? Yeah, he's here. Yes, do you want to speak to him? Yeah, okay. Hold on. Telephone, sir.
Hello?
Hello, Bruce. This is Dr. Earthwell from the Post-Traumatic Event Clinic. I've been given your contact details to inform you that your Preva doctor, Mr. Gary Aldous, has transferred you to my ward to help you with your current problems in light of the tragic loss of your wife and your business financial meltdown.
I don't need no post-traumatic event support, thank you.
But you're due, Dr. Aldous has transferred you to my ward for a few appointments. We will see what happens after that.
Well, if Dr. Aldous transferred me, then I suppose I have to.
Correct. Your first meeting is tomorrow at 12:35. Just ask for Dr. Earthwell at the reception. You get straight through. Okay, thank you. Bye.
So that was Dr. Aldous then, sir?
No, Dr. Earthwell. I've been transferred to him from Dr. Aldous for some post-traumatic event therapy or something. The first meeting's tomorrow.
Are you sure you're well enough, sir, to go out after having been ill for so long?
I've been in a nasty accident, yes. It's not going to stop me from hitting the streets to see a therapist that's going to help me.
If you say so, sir, if you say so.
My bath ready, Alf?
Well, if you give me 5 minutes, it will be ready, sir, yes.
Nice one.
God knows what his last slave died of. Oh, good afternoon, sir. Took a bit longer than expected. Everything all okay?
I'm not entirely sure, Alf. I mean, the meeting was very strange. Almost as if it wasn't real. You understand?
Not really, sir, no.
Well, I went in and I sat down. He started talking to me in a very strange manner. Almost as if it was his idea to get me in the room for something else.
What, more than just your health then, sir?
Yeah. He wasn't leaving any page unturned. He went through all of my history. Like, he went back to my childhood and asked about any traumatic events then, about my wife's recent death, moving into the financial trouble at Wayne Enterprises. It's like, he's had all my medical history, all my personal records, and yet he's just researched and researched and researched. It was like, oh, it was just very weird.
But these are all private matters for Wayne Manor, not for public knowledge. It's very odd. Must have had somebody inside the business, feeding them tidbits of information all the time. Shall I contact the police, sir?
No, Alfred. I don't want the cops involved. This is my battle. It's my trouble, my problem, my health, my company. Something's not right and I'm determined to find out what it is.
Well, if you want to fight your own battles, that's all right, sir. Your father asked me to advise you and generally look after you, and that's what I'm going to do. He didn't tell me to tell you what to do, but what I would say is that whatever happens, I will be here to pick you up, just like I did when you were a nipper.
I know, Alfred, and I respect that. You've been like a second father to me.
Ah, not like the father that you had, though, sir. I can never replace that. But what I can do is to always be here for you when you need me. And I will. For as long as I can, I will.
Come on, Alfred. It's alright. It's just, I don't want any more trouble. We've been in the headlines enough recently and I don't want it. Just let me fight this myself. Please.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Hey, by the way, what's going to happen with the doctor?
Well, my next session is next week, and that's revisiting the past. I'm booked in for 3 sessions, so if things get from bad to worse, then I'll just become the vigilante I used to be.
You're surely not considering going back to fighting crime, are you, sir? Especially after marginally surviving the last crime-fuelled incident. Isn't that enough for you?
I know I've caused you a lot of trouble with my double life, but if it wasn't for Batman, crime would be in numbers double, triple, possibly even quadruple they are in the city. I love trying to be the hero, and yes, I may have the occasional accident, but Gotham's been good to me and I think it deserves something back. And I've always said, as long as I'm fit enough to continue to fight crime, I'm gonna. I feel I owe so much to the city. Gotham isn't ready just to be left in the hands of the police force. It needs its masked vigilante. It needs its Dark Knight. It's very weird. It's almost as if he's been sent all my medical history, all my personal details, and he's just researched on me, and researched, and then done more researching. It's just...
What did you do after you researched then?
More researching.
More research. Oh, fair enough.
2, 1.
Oh. Did you have a good trip, sir?
Two, 1.
Oh, good afternoon, sir. Took a bit longer than expected, that. Everything all okay?
I'm not entirely sure, Alfred. I mean, the meeting was very strange. It's just... Fuck.
How long for? Was it a good one?
I just can't get this line. It was freaky.
But these are all private matters for Wayne... whatever it is. See, I can fuck it up just as good. For Wayne...
2, 1.
Dear, dear. Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Good grief, Master Wayne, you made me jump.
Sorry, Alfred. It's a beautiful morning. I feel I have to live my life to the full nowadays.
So well and good, Master Wayne, but wasn't fighting crime at all hours of the day and night not fighting crime? No.
2, 1.
Good grief, Master Wayne, you made me jump.
Sorry, Alfred, but it's a beautiful morning. I just feel I have to live my life to the full nowadays.
So well and good, Master Wayne, but wasn't fighting crime at all hours of the day not living life to the full?
It was. That's why I have to get back to it. Gotham needs its hero.
Yes, I know people say us old ones shouldn't interfere, Master Wayne, but let's be honest. Cut.
Gotham needs its hero.
Yes, I know people say us old ones shouldn't interfere, sir, but come on. You have only been awake from a coma for 1 week, having been under for 2 weeks, 2 months.
2, 1.
But
1.
Just make sure you respect the company name. No, it's not. What was the company name? What was it?
Family name.
Family.
Go.
Just make sure you respect the... No, go on, I must play it properly. Come on, stop making it.
3, 2, 1.
Are you sure the smell wasn't from behind the drains in the back? Oh, bollocks.
2, 1.
Now, don't rush to conclusions. So, you know, this... Oh.
2, 1.
But I do wonder why they bother sometimes.